Now let's look at enterprise presence in a short-term mobility environment. Enterprise presence is a function of Microsoft Office Communication Server, and the customer needs to have both the OCS core deployed as well as the Communicator Web Access Server. In fact, the short-term mobility router communicates back through Communicator Web Access into the OCS core to update my presence as a user back through OCS, and also to update the mobility router and then by extension the mobility clients with changes in presence from other OCS users. So let's take a look at what this looks like from a client perspective. To access my buddy list, I'm going to select Buddies from the bottom of my dialer. And this next page is going to show me both the contacts that I've added up to this point, as well as their presence information, as well as my own presence information at the top. So you'll see through that icon that I am available, and you'll also see the call note or presence indicator note that I've included. If I want to manage my buddies, I can do that by selecting the Options button that you'll see up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And when I select that, I have the option to organize buddies. I'll select that. Now from here, I can do a search of OCS to pull in other users, and I'll do that by accessing through the plus sign at the top a search function, and I'll type in the first name of a user, and it'll come up with any matches that it finds. So in this case, I've matched Ben to Ben Milam, and I'll add Ben in. And how I'll do that is by selecting there to the left of his name, and when I touch that, I have an add icon there, and then I'll come down and hit that plus that you'll see on the right-hand side about halfway down the screen, and that'll add Ben in as an additional contact. If I want to delete Ben back out again, I can press that beside his name. You'll see an X come up that indicates that he's going to get deleted. I'll hit the delete key, and that will then remove him back out of my contacts. So this page will give me virtually real-time updates of other users' presence status. So we'll move Juan's presence to Do Not Disturb, move him to Busy, move him back to Online, then move him into Be Right Back, and you'll see that that icon changes pretty much in real time. Now if I want to call a contact from this screen, if I select a contact, and we'll select Juan, it'll bring up his details, and these are the details that are propagated out through Microsoft OCS. So whatever his work phone number there is the number that's going to show up here. Now, the mobility router is smart enough to know that if those last 4 digits of his DID match up with an enterprise extension, it will send that back through the ShoreTel system and dial him at his desk. And so that's what we're going to do right now. So as soon as I select that, and I can just tap directly on the number, when I do that, it will then send an outbound call through, and it will ring at Juan's desk phone. I can also set my own presence from here. So if I select that available icon up in the top left-hand corner, it'll give me a list of options. And when I change that, for instance, we'll select Busy here, you'll notice that that icon changes. Then that is propagated back to all the other OCS users. I can also modify my note, which I'll do here. Save that, and then that displays back as well. You'll notice that in the icon at the bottom of the screen, I also have a notification. So if I go back to my options and I select notifications, you'll see that Juan has added me to his buddies list, and I will now acknowledge that.